Well, no, writing stand-up has been amazing for my anger issues. I just spilled tea on myself. Like, something will piss me off, and I'll go, motherfuck, like tomorrow. But then immediately, something in my head will trigger, like, wait, I wonder if I can turn this into a stand-up bit. Let me write this down just in case before we get. And instead of stewing in my unwarranted anger and slow cooking tumors in my brain for an hour, I'm writing a stand-up bit for an hour. And it got me thinking. And I think that I feel angry so often because I'm so privileged. Yeah, like I started thinking if there's such a thing as emotions of privilege. Like, the more privileged you are, the more you tend to feel these sort of emotions. And I found four. I found anger, joy, sadness, and fear. And I rank anger at the top of the list of the emotions of privilege. Like, what privilege I must have to place my sense of righteousness above something else or someone else and direct my anger towards them, right? Like, what a cunt I have to be to feel angry all the fucking time, right? So, what a privilege I have to have the free time to get angry over the littlest of things. Like, I'm talking about things like, getting angry over my $300 Vive wireless adapter getting broken after a firmware update, and now I can't dance in virtual reality with my friends online. Like, no. Like, if some shit hits you in the face, right, and you didn't invite it, like you get hit by a drunk driver with no insurance and you have to pay for your own broken leg, like, and it fucks with your daily life, and so much that you have to address this before you move on with your life, it's only natural to get angry. I'm not talking about that. But what a privilege to feel joy. Like, I always feel it's a lucky thing to feel joy, to have the stars align, to have something go your way, to be lucky enough to find something that gives you joy in life, to be lucky enough to be surrounded by friends who love you. And on the lower half of the list would be sadness, because while it's not as privileged as anger and joy, it's still privilege, I think, to feel and experience sadness. Life would be bland, and we wouldn't grow as human beings without sadness. But you also, on the other hand, you also need time and a break and a moment of silence and peace to be able to feel sadness. Like, some people don't have time to feel sad, don't have a reason to feel joy, don't have a privilege to feel angry. And they just feel fear. Like, imagine being in a constant state of fear, like Darwinian fight or flight mode all the time, like fearing as a defense mechanism to stay alive. The emotion of least privilege, I think, is fear. So I can kind of understand where M was coming from, thinking those two guys selling buying the PS3s were gonna jump them, because my friend M is super humble, down to earth, just a really, really good person. And they have good reason to feel that way, to protect themselves and the ones they love from those meth dealers. Meanwhile, my fear just makes me want to pee, so